When you're looking at different types of delay, reverse delay is a little bit of an odd one that for a long time I never really quite knew what to do with. You know, it always left me a little bit puzzled. But now I love it, and there's lots of situations where I think, I really need a reverse delay for that guitar part or section or whatever. So I just wanted to share some of those situations where I think that unique character of reverse delay really comes into its own, and I think probably beats any regular delay pedal sound. The first time I found a use for reverse delay that I really liked was when I realised it could emulate the sound of backwards solos like the ones in some Beatles songs like Tomorrow Never Knows or Castles Made of Sand by Jimi Hendrix, you know, stuff like that, where those solos I think are pretty cool and trippy, you know. So to get this sort of sound, set the mix or effects level all the way up so you can only hear the delayed signal. Set the feedback or repeats control all the way down so you can only hear one repeat. And then set the delay time so that it's, you know, not too short. You want it long enough so that it can capture entire short phrases that you play. You do have to accept that the playing will sound loose and free time because every note now is swelling in volume and it's not in time with what you're actually playing either. So it does take a bit of getting used to. When I'm working in covers bands, I love to throw this in if I get an improvised solo on a 60s tune or something where that weird spaced out psychedelic sound doesn't sound too out of place, you know, yet it's distinctive enough to turn heads and get more of a reaction than if I were to play a more standard blues guitar solo or something. You could try this if you write original stuff as well, just use it in a slightly different context, you know, try it and see if it works for you. If you prefer a bit more control and only want a little bit of that reverse psychedelic flavour to your sound, then try just turning down the effects level a little bit so you can hear the original guitar signal again and, you know, you've got that control back. And also raise the amount of repeats just a small amount so the sound isn't quite so extreme anymore. I particularly like this setting for minor key stuff where I think it makes long delay sound a lot less cliche and more psychedelic. If you have any interest in ambient guitar sounds, then reverse delay is one of the best choices because that swelling in volume of each repeat helps mask any rhythmic pulsing that you get from more standard delays. It helps the delay sound more like a pad or wash of sound. We can afford to lower the effects level even more so that ambient sound is more in the background. Lots of repeats and a little bit of a shorter delay time. got a whole video on ideas for stack delay that you might want to check out, but this ambient guitar thing is a sound that I think stacks really well with different delays and reverbs on top of it. So I'll add a reverb to the reverse delay sound I was just using, and listen to how the reverse delay makes the reverb sound a lot bigger than it actually is. It makes it sound almost more like a cathedral reverb to me. See if you can hear what I'm talking about. This next one is a great alternative to a standard always on short delay, which with a regular delay pedal just adds a nice sense of space to the sound. With a reverse delay, the sound is more unpredictable and has this kind of fluttery, glitchy nature to it. I've got a pedal doing the regular short delay sound. I'll switch between that and the reverse delay and see if you can hear the difference in sound that I'm talking about.